in life, the way people treat people is how they think of themselves. And a lot of times we fail to realize that because we're blinded because of the relationship that we have with these people. And when I mean these people will disrespect you. They'll come over your house when uninvited. They talk to you a certain type of way. They say unnecessary jokes that are very personal. They'll come over and wanting to take. Or they'll ask you and they'll expect you to always say yes. But how about I say this, right? The topic, right? Setting your boundaries will automatically get you respect. Now, just because you set the boundaries, it doesn't mean these same people will respect you. But the way they will respect you if you mean what you say. Before I introduce myself, or I go on with the video, let me introduce myself. This is your best friend, your new best friend, Gene. Let's talk about it. Setting your boundaries will get you your respect. And of course, you have to mean what you say, right? Let's be real. Most people in life, they never came across people, or a lot of them, they haven't come across people that happen to give them boundaries. So a lot of times you will see a person that you don't know, right? Or you believe that you just met and you're cool, and then they come around you and they think it's okay to just come take from you. It's okay to say crazy things like jokes and be disrespectful towards you. They feel that, hey, I could come over your house uninvited and you can't get mad. They'll come and take your things and they won't even give it back to you. And a lot of times those type of people I just mentioned, or what I just said, they tend to be close friends and family. But a lot of times too, in these times that we're coming in now, in these times, yo, there are people that you don't even know, and they're just coming into your life. You're just getting to know them, and they feel like, hey, I am Rebecca, I am John, I am Ronnie, and accept me who I am. I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say that to you. I'm gonna take whatever I want, and you can't get mad. You gotta realize, family, most people don't value themselves. They never had no one to tell them, hey, I don't appreciate what you're doing. Hey, you can't come over around this time. Hey, I gave you this money before, but if I give it to you, I'm gonna need it back, or I'm gonna need boundaries. When you're just meeting someone, right? I'm gonna say this: when you're just meeting someone, there's nothing wrong setting boundaries, because right then and there, and a lot of times people are fake. Of course, let's own it. Let's be real. Most people are fake. Even though you set boundaries in the beginning, right? And they still don't abide by those boundaries. Cool. That's what people most do. They're fake. They're not going to be real with you and say, hey, you know, I can't deal with you, so they'll let you go. But they want to come around you and say, hey, you know what I mean? I'm going to do what I have to do. Come around you, get what I have to get, and get comfortable, and eventually don't bound it. No. But you have to mean what you say. That's what I mean by that. And those people could be family. Those people are close friends. But let's talk about it. Setting your boundaries in the beginning of a relationship or someone you just met will automatically get you respect. And how you do that is letting them know in the beginning, hey, this is who I am. I don't like such and such. You can't come over the way I... You got to set rules. Conversation means everything, you know? And I always say this, in communication, of course, in respect is everything in a relationship, but people always attempt to don't mention understanding. Understanding is everything. You can have communication and respect, but without understanding, the relationship will not go forward. And this is where boundaries comes in. Because when you have boundaries, it's something about, that level of respect that you have to give that person. And especially if they mean what they say, you can't afford to mess that up. And this is where me personally, I have to include myself in it. I have boundaries. And don't be afraid too. A lot of times when you have boundaries, you're always going to be alone by yourself. And that's okay. Because that means that people can't come into your life and jeopardize or mess with you any type of way. They have no choice but to respect you. And a lot of times people, they don't have no guidance in their life. But low key, they like you. They like you, but they just know that they just can't come around and be comfortable and treat you the way they think of themselves. But they'll do it to somebody else. But that's where you leave that up. But I wrote a few things down, and to let you know why boundaries will get you respect. And I put a few notes in, and let me get started. I'm all over the place. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to say no, and that's what will get you respect. So when you do say yes, that means that, hey, I'm okay, cool. And as I stated before, family, friends, those are most of the people that you have to set boundaries with, especially with people that just coming into your life, that relationship. Sometimes people they don't know better. And you just have to let them know, like, hey, you cool and all, but no, I'm not going to give you that $100. No, I'm not going to, you can't just come around when you feel like it. No, you can't borrow my sweater. No, you can't eat up all my food at the fridge. Communicate your boundaries. There's nothing wrong communicating, letting people know, like, look, especially when you just meeting somebody. Ladies, I see this a lot. You know what I mean? I see this a lot. You know what I mean? Homeboy, he calling you, you know what I mean? And he's talking to you. And it sounds nice and all, but, you know what I mean? Here he go. He wants to say, hey, we're going to go on such and such. And he just shows at the place. You got to let him know, look, you can't just pop up in my spot like that. You know what I mean? I don't know you like that, Or don't talk to me this type of way. I don't know you. And 9 times out of 10, when it leads to that where it just makes you feel uncomfortable, then you're going to have to take a step back and let them know, like, hey, I'm good. You know what I mean? We could just talk. Fellas, homegirl pulling up, and she expects you to do things for her. Or she wants you to pay for such and such, and you have to communicate these boundaries. Say, hey, I don't fly that way. I got to know you. I don't even know you like that. That's just an example, Another one. Take time for yourself. Take time for yourself. A lot of times that we don't even, when we set boundaries and when we set them, we fail to understand, like, hey, when you set these boundaries to people, you have to take a step back and focus on you and think. But just because you set boundaries doesn't mean that you could just be around them and then they're going to understand. When they see you take a step back, these people that you gave these boundaries to, and they see that you take a step back for yourself, they're like, wow, I respect that. You know what I mean? Wow. And right then and then they'll realize, okay, they'll show you their true colors. These people will show you their true colors if they want to continue to be in a relationship with you, or they want to be around you. And also and then when they do come around, you see, they'll say, hey, I'll abide by your boundaries. I respect that. But most people won't. It's a sad thing, This is most important right here. Very most important, especially to the women. You have to set physical and sexual boundaries for yourself. Physical and sexual boundaries. Now, for fellas, I can't speak for everyone, but me, myself, I respect myself enough. I don't really go in K-slay, meaning doing different type of women. I respect myself enough to know and have experience that I know I just can't deal with any type of woman. But ladies, I hear this a lot where dudes will come and be disrespectful and sexual boundaries. Let's put it just like that. There's nothing wrong letting them know, like, you know what I mean, or cutting them off if you want to. But a lot of people, a lot of women that don't respect themselves, or should I say, a lot of them, they like attention. I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about for the women that respect themselves enough and know that, hey, I have my value. I'm not a sexual object. And there's a thin line. There's a line where you can't cross when I'm just meeting you. Or if we're in a relationship, I have my boundaries, right? And there's certain things that we can do in the beginning or not. All right, let's put it just like that, all right? And another bonus, this is a bonus. Non-negotiable boundaries. And these boundaries, I myself and a few other people that do respect themselves, and I believe that you feel the same. Non-negotiable boundaries, where automatically to be around me, you gotta respect me. You know what I mean? You can't come around me any type of way that make me feel uncomfortable. Those are just a couple, you know, but non-negotiable boundaries that you set in the beginning, or if you have people in your life that are disrespecting you, you let them know. You let them know. And if they come at you any type of way because of your boundaries and talking your type of way, you already know what to do. These people, you're not meant to be around them. Sometimes you gotta keep people from a distance. You show people love, you give people love from a distance, because your boundaries are what you represent of who you are as a person. All right. So that's the end of my video, and of course, setting your boundaries will set you automatically get your respect, and you deserve respect. No one should be able to come over and cross your boundaries and violate who you are and who you are as a person. Because most people, as I stated in the beginning, most people don't value themselves. The way they treat other people is how they think of themselves. In life, most people in life never had someone to tell them, hey, you can't do this, you can't come over, because a lot of people let people push over them, or they're afraid to be by themselves because they need validation. You know what I mean? But you, me, I want my respect. We want our respect. But setting your boundaries and letting people know what your boundaries are will get you that respect. And will continue to give you that respect. Alright? That's the end of my video. Comment below. And let us know why setting your boundaries will get you respect. Will automatically give you you get your respect by boundaries. At least for me. You know what I mean? But please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend, Gene. And I'll see you in the next video. And in the description below, and also comment pinned to the top, please keep up with the latest luxury style and trend at gorgeous271.com. And I do have a percentage all December long on, merchant, clothing for the ladies or for fellas that you can purchase. All right. So again, please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend, Gene, and I'll see you on the next video.